Welcome back to Out of Jail Card, the BokuAkaKuroKen, Omegaverse, and Parents Are You I am super excited about. I hope you are too. So, without further ado, let's go! Have you ever had struggles finding good Haikyuu merch or anime merch in general? Because I for sure did. It can be hard. But this shop offers amazing merch. Like, I'm literally obsessed with the Haikyuu merch. They have the cutest hoodies ever. Now, if you want to get 10% off, click the link in the description. They offer me a collaboration, which is literally amazing. And you support my channel this way. So, win-win. Let's go. Akaashi carefully knocked on the door to Kenma's office and slowly stepped inside. The door wasn't in the frame and he saw that Kenma was still focused on his game. He recognized this one, as well as the counter in the upper corner of the screen, announcing that the current round would end in less than 5 minutes, so he waited. Hadn't he been so concerned at the moment, whatever thoughts he had been thinking would have undoubtedly been replaced by admiration for his husband. Over 20 years had passed since they first got together, and in instances like this, he could still feel his heart swell, falling in love with them over and over again. As the countdown reached 0 and Kenma's laser focus was broken, he took a deep breath and sunk into his chair. His first glance was to the chat displayed on the second screen, but from the corner of his eye he must have noticed Akaashi because he flinched briefly before turning around and lowering his headphones. Akaashi was about to speak up when the gamer motioned for him to be quiet and quickly pressed a combination of keys, checking some icons on the monitors before turning his attention toward him again. Okay, we're muted. What's up? Kenma analyzed his posture and expression with a frown, undoubtedly noticing the concern in the sea-green eyes and the tension surrounding him. Megumi is in trouble. The worried crease between his eyebrows deepened, and he got up to walk toward him and out of frame. What do you mean by that? Akaashi sighed, but welcomed the sudden closeness and reached out his hand to take Kenma's. I don't know yet. Not in detail. They called Tetsu and asked to use their out-of-jail card and to be picked up. I don't know from where or what happened, but Tetsu and Ko are on their way. Kenma nodded slowly, a complicated expression on his face as he glanced back to his stream setup. I just wanted to tell you and keep you updated. I think we can handle this, but should it turn out to be anything worse, I'll come and get you. He cringed at the idea and his stomach twisted in worry. No, family comes first. I've been streaming for over 3 hours. That has to be enough. Akaashi squeezed his hand reassuringly, his lips tucking up into a smile. He loved Kenma's caring side and felt honored to be one of the few on the receiving end of it. They might not want to talk about it, or feel overwhelmed. I know. A soft smile curled the gamer's lips upward. They are my child after all. I still want to offer and be there for them as a parent. And I'm worried, so if they won't talk to me, you'll have to give me cuddles as reassurance. A faint pout formed on his face before he chuckled nervously and turned back to his stream. Just as Akaashi was about to leave him to make the announcement, his phone vibrated with a message from Kuroo to please prepare a bath and a change of clothes. Halfway through his preparations, Kenma joined him, handing him a set of Megumi's favorite pajamas, fluffy and with a simple design in pastel greens and subtle symbols of their favorite anime. I called Ko for an update on the situation. He said he'd explain the details when they'd arrive. Megumi is safe with them in the car. No one got physically injured. While he didn't like the sound of this specification, Akaashi did appreciate to be able to eliminate at least some of his biggest concerns. If they were already on their way back, the bath also should be ready just in time. You think some assholes have been giving them a hard time? Kenma, they're children, like Omi. Doesn't change that they are assholes if they bully them. Besides, what do you mean like Umi? We raised them to be better than that. Akaashi sighed, though he wasn't really annoyed with him, nor did he completely disagree. You know what I meant. The smaller just shrugged his shoulders and watched him checking the temperature without further commentary, but Akaashi could feel his gaze on him. If there is someone bullying our kid, we'll put an end to it and report them to the school. For just a moment he saw something dark flashing over Kenma's face, but it vanished quickly and he nodded. There is not much else we can do. I know. Well, we will obviously be there for them, no matter what. Obviously. They sat, or in Kenma's case, stood in silence for a moment until the blonde relented and let his shoulders sink. I'm sorry. I guess I was just hoping that things would have improved since our generation. They did. But you still get treated badly when you are different. Sometimes I think it'll never change. Akaashi looked at him, his heart twisting as he recognized an old pain resurfacing in the golden eyes. They were utterly focused on the ground to his feet, though it didn't seem like he was truly looking at it. Kenma. Don't mind me. This isn't about me, but I wanted Megumi to have it easier. They do. I promise they do. Because they have us. They have you. He closed the distance between them and gently cupped his cheek. A sad smile spread on Kenma's face as he leaned into his touch. Yes, they do. And we'll never abandon them. Akaashi placed his forehead against Kenma's and closed his eyes. Never. He agreed before sealing their lips in a gentle kiss. And I'll never abandon you either, Kenma. A soft blush spread on the pale skin of his cheeks, and this time his smile was genuine, bright in his own sense and measured by Kenma standards. From downstairs, the clicking of the door echoed through the house, and both their heads turned to face the bathroom door. As if on command, they both rushed to check up on their child. Megumi? How are you doing? They were almost home, and the whole ride, the younger didn't say a word. They had changed into their hoodies swiftly before leaning against the window, not sparing them a glance. Silent tears were still running from their eyes, leaving wet traces on their cheeks before they would wipe them away, irritated and angry. At his question, they only shrugged their shoulders. Kuroo sighed. He wanted to help, but he didn't know how. He had never been in a similar position, If for his height or apparently charismatic appearance, he'd never been the victim of bullying. He knew that it was different for Kenma. The simple thought about how the blonde had been treated back then had his blood boiling, a new worry sparking in his mind as he glanced at Megumi again. Whatever they said, it's not true. You are perfect the way you are. Megumi just shrugged their shoulders again, but he saw a new wave of tears rush over their face. Immediately he felt the need to pull them into his arms, but they had to wait. The door had barely closed behind them when Kenma and Akaashi already appeared in the hallway. Kenma paid him and Bokuto little mind as he rushed to his child. Megumi. He halted before them and waited for a signal that it was okay to touch them. When Megumi lifted their arms slightly, it took less than a second for the Omega to pull them into a firm embrace. Thank goodness. I'm sorry for worrying you, Mom. Their voice was thin, on the brim of breaking, and they hid their face further into Kenma's hoodie. None of that. It's okay. You're home now, and safe. He wrinkled his nose a little at the various strange scents clinging to them, and worst of all, the beverage still sticking to their hair. With a slight nudge, he coaxed them toward the stairs. Come on, we'll get you cleaned up. Mama has prepared a nice bath, and I've picked your favorite peaches. He sent a small smile toward Keiji while gently guiding their child upstairs. Meanwhile, the other Omega turned around to their mates, concern reflected in his eyes. What happened? Their expression darkened again as they began to explain, and Akaashi wasn't much different, listening carefully and taking mental notes on what to do next. Kenma made sure everything was prepared for his pup to feel comfortable before he turned around to leave, but Megumi stopped him. They stood awkwardly in the room, tense like always when they felt uncomfortable. Mom? Am I weird? Kenma's heart sank. Megumi sounded so meek and fragile, and he could hear how just for a moment they truly believed what their peers were saying. Just for a moment, all those years being taught differently paled. No. No, Gumi, of course not. He walked toward them, gently cupping their cheeks and placing a tender kiss on their forehead. As he stepped back, he brushed the still sticky curls from their face and smiled softly, admiring his pup. The dark curls framed their round face, with pale skin like his own and similar golden eyes. Their mouth was so much like Keiji's, especially when they frowned or pressed their lips together not to voice their annoyances out loud. He gently let his thumb caress Megumi's cheeks and leaned down until their foreheads connected. You are perfect, Megumi. Exactly the way you are. That makes you unordinary, rare, special, but not weird. Everyone who labels the unknown, new, or irregular as weird is the one lacking character and integrity, and most of all, intelligence. Kenma huffed an annoyance as he straightened his back. Megumi giggled, though it turned into hiccups, and they hit themselves against Kenma's chest again. The Omega gently started patting down their back to calm them. You are not weird, just different, and that's okay. He held them close. It's also totally my fault for giving you all these
funky, autistic, and silly genderqueer genes. I really tried, you know, but I swear you wanted all of that. Another wet laugh, muffled by his hoodie, echoed from between them, and Kenma allowed his own chuckle to slip. I'm glad, you know, because even though I wished you had it easier, I wouldn't want any other child. I wouldn't want you to be any different from how you are now. I love you, Megumi, just the way you are. They sniffled a barely audible "love you too" into his hoodie, and Kenma smiled again, hugging them tighter. And I hope you know the same goes for your other parents. Megumi nodded weakly against his chest, and Kenma lightly patted their back as he signaled to separate. Now come, the bath is going to get cold. Reluctantly, Megumi stepped back, their eyes still red from crying and their bodies still shook with the occasional hiccup. Kenma could see that they still yearned for comfort and smiled softly in response. How about I wash your hair, like I used to when you were younger? Would you like that? Megumi nodded silently, finding comfort in the familiar. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like because it really helps me out, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. This concludes the little two-shot of BokuAkaKuroKen as parents. I really liked it a lot. Tell me in the comments if you liked it too, and what your favorite quote from this all was, and if I should make more videos like this, because I think it's just really, really adorable. But I also know that many people don't necessarily like fanfics where there are children involved, so yeah, you tell me. Special thanks to my nerdy neckos. You keep this channel going and you help me out so much. For everyone else, if you want to support me, check out either the join button in the description below, check out my merch also in the description below, or my other social media, or the best option is always watch some more videos. Bye, have a great day.
Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.